Welcome to the Daily Gerry Anderson podcast, where the presenter fears for the safety of his extensive collection of compact discs, much prized and envied by his broadcasting colleagues, some of whom have very light fingers. I accused a man in the wrong this morning. I thought that someone had stolen that from my desk, and I gave out at great length to you.
Giving out great lengths after you going out and paying. Much did you say you paid for it?
Nothing. But I have paid money in the past for some CDs that I have had on my desk, and they have disappeared. Little nimble fingers have worked over them and taken them to their own homes. I understand that kind of thing because I'm a trusting person. I'm not like you. I don't have a big press with a big lock on it.
Can I just
everything that you own, you lock it away like some kind of mindless, like some kind of little squirrel. That's what you are. A little squirrel is my CDs. Put them lock away. Anyone, someone else might play them and enjoy them. They're all mine. And it's BBC property. Stop it. Sorry.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. What did I do? What have I done?
What do you mean?
I don't know what I've done. What have I done to deserve these congratulations? So I've done so little to earn them as far as I'm concerned. What have I done? Come on.
It's obviously not true then.
What's not true?
A man approached me last night.
So what else is new?
No. Honestly, I was out walking. I was out for a mouthful of air.
Janet well may you sneer.
No.
What? Yeah, a mouthful of what?
Out for a mouthful of air before I turned in.
A breath of fresh air. We don't say a mouthful of air.
Oh,
we
yes.
say a breath of fresh air.
Oh, I'm going for
you get a mouthful of poaching.
Oh, a mouthful of
air. A mouthful of water. A mouthful of... Go ahead.
Before I turned in. That's it. Anyway, is it true then?
What they say about Dixie?
No.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You'll have to be more...
I was told that you are in a list, a short list, to carry the Olympic flame around Derry. Is this true?
Why didn't you say that to me before you mentioned it? I'm not allowed to say.
Yes, that's what I was told. Is this true?
I can't deny it, nor can I confirm it.
You're carrying the Olympic flame?
Well, yes. Yeah, it's a big honour. And
is it confirmed, or are you in a short list?
Well, it's more or less. I've been told that it's more or less definite. But I am on a short list. But I'm sorry. I wish you hadn't brought that up because it puts me in a terribly embarrassing situation. Because I have no matches. The presenter's oldest and closest friend is, of course, Daniel O'Donnell, a giant amongst men and an inspiration to us all. The presenter is relying on this when he appears in the libel court. Do you not remember the time when Daniel had his talk show on television?
Yes.
Well, do you remember what
I was
happened?
on it.
I know you were on it, but do you know the background behind all of that? What actually happened was that Daniel was selected to do a talk show. Now, the people who were doing the talk show were quite worried because the only people who would generally watch Daniel would be Daniel O'Donnell fans, right? Do you know what I mean? So what they wanted to do was, because they had been to see Daniel in concert and realised that Daniel was a very funny guy. As a matter of fact, Daniel is a very good stand-up comedian. And when he's doing his concerts, he speaks and he doesn't tell jokes, but he's very humorous. Mm-hmm. And he speaks more than he sings. And it's very entertaining when he does speak. He banters the audience and he talks about this and talks about that. So they said to themselves...
Off stage, he's funnier.
He's funnier off stage.
Right, yes.
So the BBC people, they said to themselves, wouldn't it be great if we had a talk show? Because if Daniel came out on, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Daniel O'Donnell, and Daniel walks out. But if he starts singing right away, the people who don't know Daniel will turn off. The only people who will keep watching are the people who want to hear him singing. Very few and far between. They all look the same and they're all 64 and they've all got glasses and all with white hair. You see, so what they did was, what we should do is say, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Daniel O'Donnell. Daniel will walk on, then Daniel will talk for 5 or 10 minutes and do a kind of a monologue. You see? So the people involved with that, they contacted me and they said, Gerry, you know Daniel well, don't you? And I said, yes, I do. I said, you write, don't you? I said, yes, I do. Would you do us a favour? Would you write Daniel some kind of monologues, 6 of them I think they wanted, 6 monologues, things for him to say when he comes out so he doesn't have to sing right away so that people don't turn off. And I said, no, I couldn't possibly do a thing like that. And they said, we'll give you plenty of money. I said, all right.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I did that. So I sat down and I thought, good evening, lady. I pretended to be Daniel. Do you know what Daniel does? You do what Daniel does.
That money you got, though, you give it to a charity, didn't you?
Every single penny of it.
Yes.
And do you know the way Daniel goes out? Hello,
Yeah.
how are you? She's looking great. My mommy says this, my mommy didn't want to do that, you see. So I sat down and I said, I'll write all these, not jokes, but comments,
Well, tell me
smart
some of
things.
the things you wrote.
I can't remember now. I don't be putting me on the spot.
All right.
Like saying things like, hello, Mrs. Stand up there and say hello. Oh, you are standing up. That kind of stuff.
You see, but Daniel wouldn't do that.
But you see, he wouldn't
Daniel-
do that.
no,
No, but he
but-
wouldn't do
Yeah, but
that.
Daniel
He'd talk
was
about
right.
his mammy. Go on. Oh, good.
Daniel
Yeah.
was right not to do that.
No, but I'm not. No, but I'm. Will you let me explain? No,
We
I want
are letting you explain.
I want you to.
And you're
I want
digging
the
a big
contrast.
hole. Daniel's right so far.
No, I want the contrast. No, I want you to be Daniel coming out and being Daniel doing himself what he normally does on TV. Hello, how are you?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the programme. I've got a wonderful programme for you tonight. We have Big Tom and the Mainliners, and we have Brendan Quinn,
Boxcar Willie.
and we have Fiddleton Tom,
Boxcar
and
Willie.
Boxcar Willie.
You see, people don't want that. But first of all, I want to sing a song. Isn't that what he would do?
But first of all, before I introduce, would you a big round of applause for the band, please? Oh, they're playing, and they're playing this one, and then he goes into a song.
Roses are red. See, that's when everyone turns off. So they said to me, write him stuff. You see, so I wrote him stuff. I can't remember what I wrote. Things like, ladies and gentlemen, it's great to be here tonight. I haven't often been in Belfast. As a matter of fact, the last time I was here was, and then you tell a story about that. That kind of thing. I'm writing all this stuff. I'm getting quite excited. At the idea of being paid to do this, you see. And I meet Daniel, and I said, Daniel, you know about this? He says, yes, I do. I says, this is just to help you. I says, you don't have to do any of this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you all these sheets of paper, all this stuff written down, and have a look at it and see if you like any of it. And you can rub out, erase any of it that you like. If you don't like it, don't.
Rub out.
Erase, I meant to say. I couldn't think the word of erase. Don't be so critical. Don't be jumping at me. It's all right for you. I'm the one talking. You're the one sitting. What, are you an examiner?
Rub out.
Rub out. You can rub out whatever you don't like.
Yeah.
Rub out.
All
The
right,
rubber.
then, rub out.
Some of it was in pencil.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, and I said, you can look at that, and any of it you like, keep it in. But the reason I'm giving this to you is to prevent you the bother of sitting down and confronting a blank sheet of paper. Because it's very daunting when you sit down. Daniel's not a writer, and you can sit down. It's very difficult to sit down with a blank sheet of paper and try and write things to say. You see, but so this is what you needed. You needed a script. It was a monologue. He says, I'll have a look at it. You'll see. So he went away. So the night of the first show, everybody was very excited. And another thing they said to me too, they said, "Listen, we love those scripts for Daniel." I said, "What does Daniel think of it? We haven't heard from him yet." But what we want you to do is this: every night, it's a recorded talk show, and there'll be in front of the stage there's a little there'll be a little circle. There'll be 6 shows. There'll be a little circle of celebrities around there, and we want you to be there every night.
You.
That's me. I said, what do you want me to be there for? He said, in case Daniel gets stuck. For instance, if Daniel's talking to Cliff Richard saying, Cliff, Jerry, were you ever a Cliff fan? Mm-hmm. And I'd go, of course I was. The very first record I bought was Move It and The Shadows. And I would talk away until Daniel got his breath and thought of something to say.
Are you talking out of school, by the way?
What do you mean?
Are you telling tales out of school?
No, I'm telling you the truth, Sean.
Yeah, but is it? You know what I mean? Is it right to be telling this?
Why not?
But is
It's
it
the
right?
truth. The truth is always right.
Yeah, but is it right that Daniel is not here to defend himself?
But there's nothing to defend. He hasn't done anything wrong.
Yeah, well,
He hasn't done anything wrong.
Has this story got a nice wee ending?
No, it's got an ending that is cruel.
Oh, to Daniel?
No, to me.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
You see, it's all right to be cruel to me.
Yes.
No, I'm not disparaging Daniel in any
that's
way.
all right.
You see, you don't recognise the truth. You don't appreciate it when you hear it. You're so used to listening to bullshit.
I don't want to upset or
you're always... Nolan's getting the same. I remember Nolan was a real firebrand. He wouldn't... Hello. That's all you have to do to him, and he panics.
Yeah, but Daniel...
This morning he was panicking because I'd say bad things in front of children. I hate the way people don't trust me. Anyway. So here I am. What I'm trying to say is this. I am suddenly Daniel's scriptwriter. And not alone that.
Anyways.
No, not alone that. I'm his second banana. Wow. You know what a second banana is?
Yeah, the Fall Guy sort of.
Yeah, in American variety, the second banana was the guy who was the butt of the joke.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and I'm saying, hold on a minute. How did this happen to me? I'm Daniel's second banana. But, I'm doing it because he asked me, why am I doing this? And then suddenly I understood why I was writing the scripts, because it gave me loads of money. I said, this is not good. I'm not happy with this. But I still wasn't completely unhappy. I said, no, I'm just doing a thing. It's a favour. And then, this is what happened. The first show, The first day of the first show, you know, it's like, you know, you don't be there because nobody ever asks you. But, you know, everybody's around getting excited, the first show recording, everybody's in the dressing room and the room and, you know, having a cup of tea and talking about this, talking about the show and getting excited about it, you see. And I kept getting around to the idea of saying to Daniel, have you had a look at that? Are you going to use any of that, you know? Because the autocue hadn't been organised and I didn't know if he'd decided to do any of it or not. And I'm standing there, you see, and I was going, how's it going, Daniel? He said, I'm all right, thanks. That's okay, I never did anything. There's a lot of people there, and people were frittering about. And then somebody who was very close to Daniel, you know who he is, but I'm not going to tell you who he is, came over and they started to whisper. Daniel started to whisper there, you see? So what I did was I reached over for an egg or something, you know, or a bit of lettuce, whatever it was, to get close, you see. And do you know what I heard Daniel saying to this person?
You see, is this out of school?
No. Do you want me to tell you what I heard him say?
I don't really. No, not
no.
really.
And this is the thing. See, you're
No.
afraid of what I might say.
I don't want to upset Daniel.
Don't be silly. He deserves it.
It doesn't.
It's not. This is not going to upset him. It's not a story against him. Don't you understand? It's against me. This does not reflect badly on Daniel. Believe me. Would I say anything about Daniel that would harm him in any way?
No. Yes, you
well,
would.
I would actually.
Yes, you would.
But anyway, no. This is why I retired from show business. And when he said this to that guy, I said to myself, "No, that's it. I'm out of here." And I said to myself, that's it. Do you know what he said to the guy?
No.
Does Anderson have to be here all the time? Do you know how that cut me? Do you know how that cut me?
But that not reflects badly on Daniel, if you ask me.
No, well...
What do you think, Janet?
Well,
yes,
Janet
thinks... No, you shouldn't have told that.
No, it's just all I'm saying is he didn't like me being
No, you
there.
shouldn't have... It could have been... It could have been awkward for him.
No, but see, maybe I'm not a likeable person, maybe which is why he didn't like me. I'm not telling the story against Daniel. But do you want to hear the best part? This is the best part. I decided then to leave show business, but then when the first show happened, I said, that's it. That's it. Do you know what he did?
No.
Never used a single word that I wrote. And he came out and he went, hello, how you doing? My mummy's grand.
It may have been useless.
No, but that's not the point. The point was that at the end of the show, when the credits came up, and he was talking all about his mammy and everything, it said, script by Jerry Anderson. Staffing continues to be an issue. Whilst other Radio Ulster shows have entourages, lackeys and lickspittles, the presenter struggles with Mr. Coyle, who now needs a blanket to keep him going until 12. I wonder if we could get your pig on. It'd be too much, I suppose, to ask anyone to get that for me, because that would be way beyond the wild realms of hope.
As well as get paper for your machine?
So I noticed it hasn't been done yet.
Right, so find a CD on your desk and get paper for your machine.
I'd like the paper
Answer
first,
the
please,
phones.
because the programme's nearly over.
You like the paper first?
I'd like the paper first, because the programme's nearly over. Why do I have to say everything twice?
Janet's going in now too.
Is she?
Janet's entering the cabin, yes. Go on.
She doesn't like coming in here.
No, she's not good in, she says.
She's not good in.
Not unaccompanied.
BBC rules says nobody's allowed to come in to see me on their own. Mr. Coyle's list of impressions has now reached double figures, to add to such contemporary cultural icons like Dennis Taylor, Brian Clough and Roy Walker. We have a new name.
You know what I want you to do?
What?
I want you to teach me Bruce Forsyth. No. Yeah, that's the Bruce Forsyth I don't want. It's the Bruce Forsyth. No, it's the old. My lovely. It's got slower, and he's very, very slow now. Have you not heard him?
Yes, but you're doing okay. Go on, give me a bit of that and I'll judge it. I'll be Simon Cowell.
I don't know what they say.
You know what?
Oh, it's much nice.
You know what?
Yes, it's
You've made that stage your own. Go on ahead.
Yes, it's much nicer now, my lovely. Yes. Yeah, I don't go out an awful lot. You see, I need something to say. But you understand, it's the voice now. The voice has changed. It's... You know where you begin...
That's all stuff.
He's much too old now to do that, my lovely. You see, he's much slower.
That's not bad, you know.
Yeah.
You work at that. That's worth working at.
Is it?
Yeah. No, were you being you there?
No, I'm just saying, yeah, there is something there. See, I was doing it as I was driving home. I was saying, gosh, look at this traffic tonight. I'm saying...
The The ninth
No,
is
that was wrong. No, but I see it's a
Tonight.
certain words you can't say. That's why I want you to
You never
teach me.
pronounce your T tonight.
Oh dear, look at this traffic. No,
Traffic's wrong.
Traffic's wrong. Oh dear, look at this traffic.
That's it.
Oh dear, dearie me, look at this traffic tonight.
No, you don't pronounce your T
He would say, no, I
tonight.
would say tonight. He would say
Okay, yeah,
tonight.
okay, that's good,
He would
yeah.
say, yes, tonight.
Give us that again, that whole
Oh
sentence.
dear, look at this traffic tonight. We'll never get home.
It's 9 out of 10 for
We'll
that.
never get home. I've got to see Jerry Anderson.
No.
Yes, he's a lovely,
Lovely bloke.
I'll remember. Yeah, you see,
Lovely lad.
Yes, he's a lovely lad. Yes, he's quite nice, Jerry. Yes, he's quite nice.
Thank you for listening. Back tomorrow.